Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. Falling out of love is not a good enough reason for a divorce. So that's what I want to talk about today. My channel is about marriage to a woman from the Philippines, and we've been married since 2015, and we knew each other for only 54 days before we got married in the Philippines. That was 7 years and 10 months ago. And so I try to share experiences that we have without leaving out, leaving out details no one needs to know, but to try to help people know what they're getting into when they marry someone from another country, maybe an age gap and so on, generation gap. So there's going to be tough times. You all know that, and I want to be an encourager to, get through those tough times. So this is a quote from yourtango.com. The first part is true. I'm going to focus here on the second part. They say falling in love is not a good reason to get married. Would you agree with that? And the part I'm focusing on here today, and falling out of love is not a good reason for a divorce. Please leave comments about this. From the article, if we're over the age of 14, we know that falling in love is not a good reason to make a lifelong commitment to a person, but many of us are still, we long to go back to that falling in love stage. They say, I can't tell you how many times I've heard clients tell me, I still love her or him, but I'm not in love anymore. I need to leave. Variations on this same theme include the chemistry just isn't there anymore, or we've grown apart and we've lost that loving feeling. Marriage and family counselor Diane Soley captures my experience with this witty quote. I'm continuing from the article. To get divorced because love has died is like selling your car because it's run out of gas. Too many couples split up when what they need to do is learn to refill the gas tank. And that's the end of that article, so I've got to ad lib a little bit here. I would add, but to keep that gas tank filled, and I've got many videos here on Love Beyond the Sea about, earning, her respect and, sacrificial love and not being selfish, and those are things that a husband, like myself, needs to be committed to doing no matter what. It's not, I'll sacrifice for you, if you're loving me and meeting my needs and wants. If you're not meeting my needs, I'm not going to, you take care of me first. And that's wrong. You sacrifice for your wife, whether she deserves it or not. You're kind to your wife, whether she deserves it or not. You meet her needs, whether she seems deserving of it or not at the time. You're going to have disagreements, and she's not always going to do what you want or think is best, and that causes friction. Enough friction, we start feeling like the grass is greener on the other side. And statistically, it's not. Second marriages are more likely to end in divorce than first marriages. Third marriages are more likely to end in divorce than second marriages. And so I just thought, might as well get the idea out there that it's a marathon, you're in it for the long haul, and you're going to have tough times. You can split up from that person, but the next person is no walk in the park either. So like we have to do, and so I can feel confident in sharing things like this, is because, I've been through this with my wife. We have our disagreements just like, any other relationship. But falling out of love is not a good reason to get divorced. And I don't believe in falling out of love. I don't believe in falling in love. It makes it sound like an accident, like you almost you stepped in something. It was an accident. I fell in love. And then you don't, fall out of it either. It's just something you commit to doing every single day, one day at a time, no matter what. Things can get better, and that's what you have to want, knowing it's a marathon and knowing there are times when it seems like it's not going to get better, it's not going well. You just try to take the time to talk to each other and figure out what is the real problem here. Is there something you're not telling me? Be totally honest with each other. Falling out of love is not a reason to get divorced. You know what? Even if you don't have feelings for your spouse, you're still supposed to love them nonetheless. In fact, if the love has to be reciprocated, is it really love? True, genuine love is going to deliver regardless of what's happening to that person, because you love selflessly by only wanting what's best for your wife or what's good for her, and being committed. What's good for her is knowing you're committed to her, you're not going to threaten to leave her or anything like that, and you just keep doing your best every day, and don't threaten or anything like that, and I'm sure things can work out. But just a little stimulating thought here. Falling in love is not a good reason to get married. Falling out of love is not a good reason to get divorced. So, hope I didn't step on anybody's toes. Please leave a comment here, and we'll just continue to talk about issues that not just foreigners and Filipinas need in their marriage, but any marriage. So stay tuned and subscribe here to Love Beyond the Sea.